was kind of washed up. You know, he is kind of overrated in the sense of, you know, he's kind of old.
You've been a great champion. I'm glad that you had that happen in your life. That's honestly awesome, but you're done. '81 predictions. Let's get straight into it. UFC 281 is taking place at MGM, Madison Square Garden. This card is going to be November 12th. Get your money ready. Burn your money. Give Dana his money because this card is worth it. If you don't know the card, we got the Coco main event, which I think can be a whole video in and of itself. Dustin Poirier versus Michael. Pete. Yeah, Amazon $14.99. These hoes go crazy. Next, Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. What a banger. Carla Esparza versus Zhang Weili in the co-main event. And another one of the most anticipated fights of the year, Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. Getting started to the predictions, I'm going to just let y'all know I'm not running through the whole card. I'm going to just go from Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler straight to the main event. So let's start this off. Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. What do we have here? We have a power fighter, Michael Chandler, who throws bombs, has great energy, and also in his back pocket is a D1 wrestler. On the other hand, Dustin Poirier, a well-renowned veteran, been through the mud, fought the best of the best, Khabib, Conor, Justin Gaethje, anybody, you name it, Dustin Poirier has took them 5 rounds, 4 rounds, 3 rounds. He has been in any kind of fight you can think of, and he has shown he's a true dog. To simply put it, what decides this fight is if Dustin Poirier can stay off the ground. Because if Michael Chandler's smart, he's going to bring Dustin Poirier down as Charles Oliveira did. If Michael Chandler tries to stay on the feet, I know he looks really good. You know, everybody liked what he did to Tony Ferguson, who I think is a little overrated. Don't hate me. I think he's a good guy. But Michael Chandler's stand-ups could be sloppy a little bit. Dustin Poirier's, on the other hand, is one of these sharpest, and I think he is super underrated. He shouldn't be on the pound-for-pound list. I just think the rankings are super whack and messed up, but I do think he is one of the best boxers in the UFC, and if Michael Chandler comes at him crazy with all that swinging, Dustin Poirier is going to pick him apart just like Tony Ferguson did. That was quick. Tony Ferguson, as I said, I think he was a little older, and compared to Michael Chandler, for him to be able to drop him in the first round, kudos to him. But it just means that Michael Chandler has holes in his game. And Dustin, I think he's very good at that. He's dropped guys like Conor McGregor, Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, Dan Hooker. Like, he's real deal with the striking. And I think Michael Chandler's just another Justin Gaethje to Dustin Poirier. So I got Dustin Poirier, second round KO. Moving to the co-main event, another banger fight. Zhang Weili versus Carla Esparza. Carla Esparza just came off making history. The last time she was a champion was like in 2013, 14, and then she just beat Thug Rose. No, love to Carla Esparza. Next, Zhang Weili, monster. She's a great wrestler. She has, I think, the best striking out of all the women's. Her boxing is super sharp. She is very strong for her size. Bro, I just seen a video of her picking up Francis Ngannou. If I can get that up here without them copywriting, bro. Francis Ngannou's damn near 300 pounds in the offseason, bro. She had this dude up on her shoulder. With all that being said, respect to Carla Esparza. You've been a great champion. I'm glad that you had that happen in your life. That's honestly awesome. But you're done. Zhang Weili, first or second round finish. Now, getting into the good fight. Alex Pereira. I'll go Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira so I can say the champion's name first. But it don't matter because we gonna have a new champion. Alex Pereira. The only reason I say this, I know it sounds like I barely know this dude, but I seen him cause havoc. He killed somebody like Sean Strickland in front of everybody. Do you know the last time Sean Strickland was beat? It was almost 8 or 9 fights before that. And it was by Kamaru Usman. But we'll get to Israel Adesanya. I think Israel Adesanya is one of the best strikers the UFC's ever seen. When Israel Adesanya fought Paulo Costa, that was a perfect example of brawn versus skill. Israel Adesanya is the most skilled middleweight. And I think that could be a real problem for Alex. Obviously, they kickboxed each other before, and Alex has won. That's in the past. Israel Adesanya is a totally new fighter. He's been killing people. Obviously, his last couple have been stinkers, and I think that's why I kind of just lost love for him, against Marvin Vettori, Robert Whittaker, Jared Cannonier. Stinker, honestly. I mean, when I see Alex Pereira fight, it might be a co-main event. I mean, it might be a co-main event. It might be a prelim fight, but he's killing somebody. It's going to be crazy if he beats Israel Adesanya. But I think it's super possible. If Israel Adesanya gets caught hanging, we know what Alex Pereira's left hand is doing. But if Alex Pereira is not playing it safe, we know what Israel can do. That's why this fight is so anticipated, because honestly, I'm going for Alex, and I got Alex winning. I truly think Alex can win this fight. But, like I said, Israel is a great fighter, and he really can beat Alex. If anybody can beat Alex, it's Israel, this dude who can fight him with the same style of fighting. But my final answer, I know I've been dancing around it, Alex Pereira, second round KO. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. I want to see what you got to say. Best believe I love to learn a little something, but we'll just go like this. If you think Israel Adesanya is going to win, like the video. And if you think Alex Pereira is going to win, subscribe. Other than that, y'all stay safe, and I'll see y'all November 12th.
What's up, MMA amateurs? How you guys doing, man? It's your boy, The Kid. I know you just got done listening to my brother's predictions, but these are my predictions for UFC 281. Before we get into the card, though, there are some fights that I wanted to mention that are kind of slept on. I'm not going to lie. We got Dan Hooker. We got Frankie Edgar, Dominic Reyes, Brandon Riddle. Molly McCann is going to fight as well on the prelims, bro. What? This card is stacked. This card's stacked like some pancakes, bro. Okay, no. This card's stacked to the... Man, stacked. I don't even know. Anyways, listen, this card's stacked, man. This is going to be a crazy card. Well, let's get into the first fight, man. We got Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier. I mean, bro. You know that these two were going to eventually fight. I mean, they had to, right? Dustin Poirier has fought everybody that you can think of on that top 5 list. Maybe even top 10. And then we got Michael Chandler, coming off a W against Tony Ferguson with that crazy knockout. Some would say, as Frank said, he was kind of washed up. He is kind of overrated in the sense of, he's kind of old. But, I mean, the dude still knocked him out with that amazing kick. So, I don't know. But if I had to break down the fight to see who I would choose, you got to look at it like this. Dustin Poirier has fought more top-level contenders than Michael Chandler. But also, Michael Chandler has been fighting in Bellator. He is a D1 wrestler as well. So there are some things that you kind of have to look at. That's why I feel like this one's going to be hard to judge. But if I had to just base it on striking, because I feel like that's really what's going to equal these two out, because these two are both dogs. They're not going to want to wrestle. I'll have to go with Dustin Poirier. That's my pick, man. Dustin Poirier. I got Dustin, second round knockout. Then for the co-main event, we got Carla Esparza versus Zhang Weili. I mean, this is going to be a banger. Or is it going to be a banger? I don't know. I mean, we got a pure wrestler versus a striker, a power striker at that. I mean, she got that monster power, bro. In that 115 division, Weili has that power. And my question is can Carla Esparza take that power? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. And also, man, I mean, Carla Esparza is like I know she was a champ back in, when my brother said 2013 or whatever. She ended up beating Thug Rose, but I mean, that fight wasn't even exciting. It was like hard to judge because there was barely any action. And I just hope the same thing doesn't happen here, man. I hope that she doesn't just try to wrestle her or whatever. But I think Zhang Weili is not gonna play that. If she does go on the ground with her, I feel like she can out-wrestle her. I got Zhang Weili via decision. Moving on to the main event. I mean, bro, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? What is Dana White doing to us, bro? They're giving us gems. They're giving us what we want to see, man. What fights we want to see, they are giving us. That's why I love UFC. But I'm sorry, I'm not trying to go on a tangent or a rant. But listen, if you really break this down, right? If you look at it a UFC management mindset, right? This man, Alex Pereira, has, I think, about 4 fights, if I'm wrong. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, comment down below. I think 3 or 4 fights. Crazy knockout fights. But why is this man getting a title shot that fast? You gotta really think about it. There's dudes that are 9-0. There's dudes that are like really in that division that have been beating guys and they haven't got a title shot. And the reason why I feel like they're giving this man a title shot is because they really believe that Alex Pereira can beat him, because he already has. So with that being said, I feel like Alex Pereira's gonna get the W. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he's gonna get the W. And you know, it's like what Frank says. These last couple fights from Israel Adesanya have been embarrassing, very dry, like chicken that you don't want to eat. You know what I mean? But you got to eat it because you're hungry. That's how I felt Israel Adesanya's last fight's been. I'm not going to lie. But can he still win? Of course he can. I mean, the dude's probably one of the best strikers that we got to offer. But if I had to choose, man, I got Alex Pereira, second round knockout. But those are my picks, man. Tell me what you guys think. Comment down below. Like, share, comment, share with a friend if you enjoy the content. We're going to continue pushing content, man. And yeah, man, thank you guys for rocking with us. Peace.